Happy Sunday, sports card, Wild West marketplace, friends, hobbyists, venture hobbyists. This is my response video to the sports card live video last night with Josh and Chris. Look, I keep learning so much stuff. Here are my takeaways. First of all, man, that fueled me in the sense that I won. My name was used more last night than anybody else in the damn channel. That's great. That's great because people are wondering, people are asking. My subscriber numbers actually went up, which doesn't always happen. Look, here are my takeaways. Jeremy, you look horrible in the sense that you say stuff like, I want, to be open. I applaud skepticism. I want sophisticated users, but you hide from me. You block me. You won't talk to me. Again, those are just facts, dude. Yes, I'm COVID card collector. That's my account. I'm telling you that because look, I don't hide behind these aliases. Okay. Why do I use COVID card collector? Because he's blocked every other one of my accounts. Why does he block my account? Because he doesn't like me. I did a video a few weeks ago, maybe it was a month or two ago, when I was using another one of my aliases, and he was saying how much he enjoys me. He was talking to Ben Carson or Ben Carlos, whatever. Said, hey, I forget which alias it was. I think I was using Panini NFTs. He goes, who are you? Or I was using sports collectible NFTs at the time. And he goes, I'd love to have your name. I'm thinking, well, Jeremy, if I told you my name, I'd embarrass you on your live channel. I didn't do that. Again, I just want to point that I didn't embarrass him right there. Say, hey, it's ZiggyNo, the guy you continue to block. Again, my takeaways last night, there are a lot of people who are very opinionated. I'm one of them. I would argue that I have used Card Ladder, but they took it away from me. They banned me. So someone said, why don't you use it first? Well, I have. They took it away, which I think is a concern. When you are censoring and not letting people who are going to ask questions or challenge you, then you're hypocritical, right? Because Chris and his little high horse, the bobblehead Chris, kept saying, yeah, we welcome skepticism. It helps keep us honest. It helps keep us focused. You don't, dude. But again, I don't care. I feel great over last night. Like I said, I feel like I won. I mean, I didn't even have to be on the damn channel and I won. I also realized there are a lot of people who don't like me and a lot of mean things were said, right? Calling into my mental health. Jeremy said I'm in a bad place and hurt people and all that stuff. Look, I've said this before and I'll say it over and over and over, man. I've got great hobby relationships. Even the people I don't agree with or have disagreed with, can at least respect the fact I'll talk to them. And this is one of the reasons I run my live channels. This guy opened it so that people who want to be skeptical or haters or challenge me can come in and talk. I'm open to that, guys. Right? I feel I've been stymied in my reach because I have people who attack me without justified cause. And I think that was my point of my video last night was, look, Chris uses people in the hobby to attack other people in the hobby, right? That's a fact. I've said this before and I'll keep saying this over again. I would welcome any conversation live with Chris and or Josh with any moderator you want. It could be Jeremy. It could be because I'm Carlos. I'll go into the hostile home crowd and talk. And this is what I'm gonna say to you. I'm gonna say, Chris, so true or false, okay? Last year, when I asked you, are you competing with market movers? You told me you were creating an encyclopedia, not a data tool. Is that true or false? Now, again, I know shit changes, but that's true. Hey, Chris, did you not send Jake into the sports card investor group trying to get a video posted for Card Ladder? Because you're the one that got screenshots from Jake. Like Jake sent you the screenshots and then you send them to me, right? So is that true or false? I'd even say, think about that. You betrayed someone's trust, right? People talk about your trust. You're just not trustworthy. You're not. I'd also ask, again, why don't you just give us a data tool, dude, and stop with all the pretending like you're very smart bullshit? Just give us a data tool. I'm not against that, dude. I think what you guys are trying to do, like I've said this before too, I was not a huge fan of market movers. It was the only tool out there, okay? And I used it. And then Card Ladder came and I embraced it. And then I asked questions and I was pushed out, right? So and I also ask guys, I keep asking this, why? And I don't care that you want to charge people to teach a class. I don't care that you want to send a newsletter out for $15 a month. I don't care. Other people do that too, right? What I care about is that you attack other people as if you're holier than thou when you're doing the same thing. You see the hypocrisy in that? Like Chris, and I wanted so last night, and I tried to ask the COVID card collector and no one else asked, just tell me about how to collect cards. Why are you guys doing this? Right? Hockey made a comment that Jeff does top 5 picks. Great. But Josh does a newsletter. Why doesn't anybody see that and go yang for yang? These are the things that drive me crazy. So I will continue to say, look, let me also say too, whatever platform was willing to bring me on and Chris, you're going to get a lot of views, man. I mean, you're going to get a great conversation there. But I know, here's what's going to happen, guys. I will make Chris look like a fool. I mean, what is Chris's biggest attack going to be against me? Really, what is his biggest attack going to be against me? He doesn't have one. He just disparages me. He calls me things. Again, all the comments on my mental health, I should take my medication from people in the chat. That to me was much more rude, Jeremy, than me simply asking questions that were very valid questions. Like, can you please explain to me why you guys are, how is the how-to class going? Why do you do that? Why do you not talk about it? I thought it was very telling in the beginning. There were some comments in there that people did ask some questions. And Josh said, I don't want to answer these questions. Josh doesn't. And you should ask yourself why, right? I feel like Don Quixote chasing windmills, right? Just charge. And I'm not going to stop. It's not going to be the focus of my channel. I might go a few months before I drop another, hey, friends don't let friends use card ladder video. But until there's changes, hey, I can continue to put pressure. And I think that's good. In fact, I think they even recognize, right? There was a comment last night that said, Ziggy, you got to move on because Chris and Josh are getting free rent in my head. It's funny you say that. I can understand that because they think about them on time to time, but I know that the rent I'm in their head is a lot bigger, man, because I know that I'm the only voice that speaks up against them. And I know they hide, they squirm, they don't want to be around me, right? I also, I'll continue to say this, guys. I love this hobby. If you talk to people engaged with me in this hobby, whether it's on other channels, whether it's Instagram, I'm passionate, I'm honest, I do what's right, I help people. I'm going to continue to do that. Okay. I will let my reputation and my actions speak for who I am as a man, as a member of the community, and as a father and everything else that I do. Okay. I have a very fulfilling life. I really do. I mean, COVID shutdown has, helped me isolate and focus on my channels. And I enjoy that. And maybe sometimes I get a little too obsessive in them and I care too much. I'm thinking back to my friend there, Jake, who claims to be the most passionate person in sports cards. Jake, you're not. I mean, clearly I have more passion than you do. Because I have the passion to call stuff out. I have passion to ask questions. I have the passion to want to make this a better place, right? So in summary, guys, look, I thought last night was great. Yes, I'm COVID card collector and I'm not going to hide, okay? I know that account won't be able to be used anymore because I'm going to be on the block list. And that frustrates me too, because I like to have a voice to ask questions. I like to be able to interact with the people in the chat and the people on the shows, right? So I'll probably figure out some new alias that I won't tell people about for a while, but I can use. But just understand, I'm not here hiding, guys. I am doing this video right now as a response to what I saw last night. Again, Jeremy, I still think you're a coward, a liar, a cheater. You refuse. You say things like you want a good audience, but yet you're blocking me. Why are you blocking me? Because I'm asking too many critical questions, like calling me unsophisticated. I mean, that's just so petty, dude. I'd also say, again, if you were a man with freaking balls, you'd have me on your show to say that, or you'd come to my show and say that. But you don't. It's very, very easy, guys, extremely easy to talk down to people when you control the media, right? Or the content. Chris and Josh, again, I'll even say this. I have a lot of mutual friends. Some people I realize that aren't really mutual friends, that are more car ladder friends, but they're mutual people that I don't want to put them in the middle either of this kind of tip. I would like for us all to get along. I'd like for us all to get, hey, let's just talk this out and move on. I am fine with that. That's why I will continue to say I am open to any conversation with Chris and Josh. I will continue to follow them when they're on live channels, and I will continue to ask them questions. And I'll even ask the host, man, like, for example, Carlos, if you're listening, I think you might be a perfect platform for this, right? I would love to join you and Chris and or Josh on your channel live anytime and talk about this. And again, I'm just going to simply ask, let's go through the history. Let's talk about what you've said about me, and I'll talk about what I've said about you, right? I'll back up what claims I've made, and you can back up what claims you've made, right? And maybe at the end, we can come to an agree to disagree, but at least cordially coexist in this world. Again, I don't care, dude. You don't bother me, right? You can continue with the verbal threats. You can continue with, the bullying. But again, I will say this too, by the way, I have a large amount of people who've sent me messages privately who said I'm absolutely right, that I've proven my point about Chris and Josh. Right? I think that's becoming more and more apparent that, again, like last night would have been a perfect time for them simply to say, Ziggy brought up the how to collect class. Well, that's something we started several years ago and since have just stopped doing. We don't do that anymore. The website's been up because we signed a contract and had, I don't care, make up a lie, but give me a reason. You could say so many things and just shut me up on that. But the fact you ignore it just makes me think you're making a lot of money teaching classes and selling a newsletter, which again, I'm fine with that. I know other content creators that I enjoy their content who teach and sell a how-to class. There's one I can think of right now. I'm not gonna say their name, but I love them. I think they're great content, but they have a how-to collect class that they charge people for. Hey, that's their prerogative, right? I know Jeff has his top 5. I know Sports Card Invest has his thing. Sports Card and Consultant has his thing. There's so many of these guys who sell this Patreon channels. Hey, that's great. That's your hustle. I'm not against the hustle. I think it's interesting you try to make it look like I'm against the hustle. I'm not. I support the hustle. I just think you should be honest about it. I think you should be transparent about it. And I think when you say things like we're transparent, we're honest, you're a hypocrite. And hypocrisy is a break of trust. I mean, you're not trustworthy. I think it's one of the most important things we need in the hobby is trust. So those are my thoughts. I'd love your comments. I will be live tonight at 9 o'clock. I'm not going to talk too much. Well, I'm not going to say that. If this topic comes up, I am happy to talk about it, but it's not going to be the focus of the conversation tonight. Tonight, I want to talk about some other things. But again, I'm open. If Chris were to pop in or Jeremy or somebody else, if Zaggy wants to come on or any of these guys want to come on the show, I'm open to that, man. I'm open to that. Have a great day. Keep doing what you do. Remember, treat people the way you want to be treated. I can't stress that enough. Treat people the way you want to be treated. I'm listening. I adjust, I adapt. I sometimes look back at my videos and were you a little too mean? Were you a little angry? Yeah, sometimes I am. Have a great day, guys. Thank you very much for your support. Really, really love the feedback. It's been awesome.